We're going to begin with the latest on that synagogue massacre. Some of the 11 victims being laid to rest today.
The shooter appearing before a judge facing calls for the death penalty. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman starts us off there in Pittsburgh with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Robin. That shooter was wheeled into court. He's accused of dozens of crimes, as you mentioned, those felonies. Now, in that courtroom, he seemed chillingly unfazed by all those counts against him. That as investigators are still trying to unravel what caused him to snap.
The man who allegedly turned a quiet Sabbath into a massacre pushed into court in a wheelchair. Robert Bowers, who'd been shot multiple times, was arraigned Monday, charged with 29 federal counts, including hate crimes. Law enforcement sources telling ABC News Bowers had amassed 10 guns and brought 4 of them to the synagogue, all of them legally purchased. Those bullets tearing through worshipers that quiet Saturday morning, and the police who responded. Trauma surgeon Dr. Keith Murray is also a SWAT team member.
We've already had 2 officers shot, and we're already getting reports of dead on scene.
As his team moved into the lower sanctuary, they found an elderly woman shot in the arm, clinging quietly to the body of a friend.
She was just staying with the body?
Mm-hmm. And so, we kind of, removed her from her friend. I think my medic put a tourniquet on her, and then we got her out of there as fast as possible.
Others hiding, trying not to be noticed by the shooter.
We were still holding our prayer books and wearing our prayer shawls. We were trying to disguise ourselves as bags of clothing in a room of bags of clothing.
Rabbi Jeffrey Myers helped several of his congregants flee and then acted as eyes and ears for police dispatchers.
And I'm hearing people screaming, and it's seared in my brain. I can't erase that tape.
Upstairs, the shooter blasting away at SWAT officers and spouting hatred.
Suspects talking about all these Jews need to die. We're still communicating with them.
One police officer riddled with bullets, Dr. Murray just feet away from the gunfire.
One of the other officers drug him out of the room. Someone else removed his armor, took his helmet off, and they carried him down the stairs. So in between him getting shot and him getting handed off to us, 20 seconds. It was amazing.
Officer Timothy Matson suffered injuries to his legs, arms, and head.
So if we weren't there, there's no doubt in my mind he'd be dead.
Rabbi Myers also thought he would be dead, until finally the SWAT team found him.
How grateful were you to see them when they came in?
Immensely. I really thought I was dead. I was gonna hang up my cell phone and make a video for my wife in the hopes that maybe they'd find the cell phone.
Now, in Judaism, you're typically supposed to bury the dead as soon as possible, Robin, but we're told that funerals here in Pittsburgh will last all week long. Rabbi Myers told me that there are so many to bury. He's only one rabbi and can only do 2 funerals a day. Incidentally, Rabbi Myers is one of the people who will meet with President Trump later today.
But Matt, there are some people who are asking for the president not to come at this time, including the mayor of Pittsburgh.
The mayor, council members, many of them are asking the president to delay his trip at least until everybody is buried here and the funerals are over. But there are others who say that he is welcomed. Still, it is the president's initial reaction to the shooting that seemed to focus on putting armed guards in places of worship like that synagogue behind me, instead of focusing on sympathy that seemed to upset so many people here in Pittsburgh, Robin.
That's understandable. All right, Matt, thank you.